Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Rosalinda. Hola. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day whenever it is that you're watching this. I know you're like, girl, what is up with you? I know I'm looking a little rough, as we say around these parts. I literally just got out of work, but I got out pretty early, and right now I just made myself breakfast because as soon as I get here I get so hungry. Usually I just have like an Oro Mio when I'm there. When I do like a short shift, I just do Oro Mio. But today I just had the little egg bites, and honestly that's not enough. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make myself a little quick breakfast so I don't get like more hungry when I'm out and about in the street, because that's my problem, that I leave the house without eating and then I get hungry when I'm out and about. And I'm like, girl, you're not supposed to buy any food outside and spend money, and here you are because you're starving. It's an emergency. That's what I call it. It's an emergency. I got a little cafecito to go. I've been cutting down my cafecito as well. I know, girl. Pero pues, aquí andamos. You're gonna see me like this, but right now I'm just going to obviously comb my hair and then change into my workout clothes. I know that it's been a while. I haven't posted in I mean, not like a ridiculous while, but like in maybe a week. Pero pues es que yo les digo, when I have nothing going on, I have nothing going on. Y pues, ¿qué les voy a grabar yo sentada aquí? Like, I literally don't do anything, and I've been trying to like stay home a little more. I'm trying to be like a homebody, pero pues yo no soy un homebody. I don't know how you guys do it, honestly. Like, I just can't, like, no puedo. Pero there's like next couple of days we have a big storm coming here in LA. I feel like in a lot of places we have a big storm coming, so I think I'm gonna be forced to stay inside. But I've been craving like a nature day, like a little hike or something. I want to do something for myself like that, and so I think I'm gonna go before the rain comes. Y ya es tardecito porque son como las 10. That's the time I got out today. Ya se me está haciendo tarde, y luego que aquí estoy hablando con ustedes y aquí estoy comiendo, so ya se me está haciendo un poquito tarde. But I don't work tomorrow, so I have like plenty of time. It's just that I'm like, oh, I don't know, I don't like to waste the day. But it's nice because it's not super hot outside, right? Like, it's a perfect time to go on a hike. Pero no voy a hacer like the whole thing. I'm just gonna do, I'm going to do like sort of like half the hike, or like the not dirt part of the hike. But that's what we're gonna do together. We're going to get some outdoor time, which I feel like I haven't gotten, like more like outdoors, like with nature, you know, si salgo fuera, but not like one with nature, which I always love, and it grounds me, and I feel like so much more at ease, at peace when I do that. So we're going to do that. I'm still debating whether I should take my children or not. I mean, they would love it, but I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot with 3, and I'm going by myself, so no sé. Pero I thought we'll start off by doing that together. So let me eat really quick. I'll change. Maybe I'll look a little bit more pulled together, even though it'll be in my workout outfit, and then we'll talk a little bit more later on as we connect with nature. All right, we made it at the house. OMG, it took me like 2 hours, but it's porque right when I was eating breakfast and I was talking to you guys, like the rain se vino, and it was windy and super rainy, girl, and I was like, oh my gosh, ya no se hizo, because it was bad. And I thought, you know, oh ya llegó la tormenta, you know, like now it's time. Pero no, like it just rained for a little bit. It was cloudy, and then the sun came back. So I was like, okay, this is my chance, porque si no ahorita, then I'm never gonna go. So I grabbed my children and I was like, okay, let's go for the little hike. It's not a really big hike if I just stick to the cement part of this hike, I guess. It's only 1 mile, so 1 mile up, 1 mile down, and kids are good. The sun is out, as you can see. It's really pretty. Kind of a lot of cars, so I have to watch out, because this is like the residential area. But so far so good. Ignore my little pimple patch in my chin. Hilda's always so disappointed at me when I pick up my pimples, and I should have just put this little patch. It's not really a patch, it's like a sulfur, like a little piece of sulfur, like a sulfur cream, because I can't use salicylic acid because I'm allergic to it. I know. So this is great though. It like dries out the pimple, and I'm just gonna have it all day, so ignore it. You don't see it. But now look how pretty everything is. made it to the mile. Okay, once you get up like to the mile, which is like right there, there's like a little hill, y esa ahorita me agarró hasta las piernas. We're like, girl, they were tightening up, girl. I stretched very little because I have these children with me, so I couldn't really stretch too much, but I just stretched a little bit. But it was nice. Like, that's it. That's like the hardest part. Everything coming down is just downhill. I'm going up a little bit because I'm going up over here to the little yellow flowers to take a picture of my children because they look so cute. Pero this is what I was talking about. Like, I love being out here in nature. Like, right now this trail, when it's during winter, se pone bien bonito así con esas flores amarillitas. And right now that we had like the little storm and the clouds are passing by, it looks so beautiful. Eso es lo que necesitaba. I needed this and my soul needed this. I always underestimate the power of Mother Nature and just being outside and outdoors. Siempre, I don't know, I just get so like caught up in the, mundane and like the routine. And now that I'm working, like, I don't do this stuff as much because I'm a morning person, and especially for my workouts, like, I like to do my workouts in the morning. And now that I work mornings, I get out like midday or early morning. Pero pues I was working, like, I'm tired, I'm lazy, I'm sleepy most of the time. Most of the time I'm sleepy, but I'm like, okay, I power through it and I don't fall asleep. Pero me da así como que, like, if I don't do it in the morning, like if I don't work out in the morning, I'm like I can. So siempre I'm like, if I don't do it in the morning, like, no se va a hacer. Like, I'm not gonna work out afterwards because it's just not in me to work out after like the morning. So that's what I have to like sort of change my mentality in that, and like that I can work out after like my shift after work, or if I have to take like a yoga class in the afternoon, like that's what I have to do to get, my exercise back on track. Because honestly, girlies, I've been lacking on my exercising, and I've been doing the bare minimum. Even if I have been doing that, I mainly just do like my dog walks. That's like my exercise. And at work, I do stand for the whole amount of time that I'm there, and I move around. I walk back and forth. So mainly just walking, and I'll take a yoga class once a week for right now. And I do hikes like, once in a while. So I really have to get out of that mentality, because I should go back to working out at least 4 days out of the week. And that's what I haven't been doing. That's why I've definitely plateaued in my weight loss. Like, I'm at 150, and like that's where I've been. Like 150 y no bajo de allí. So that's sort of like my goal in resetting. I felt like, I don't know, like today I felt like this urge to like, okay, I really want to go outside and go out and hike and like be outdoors, porque necesito eso and my body needs that. And I really want like a little push, and I feel like esto me lo dio because, I don't know, it's like a storm. There's like this whole thing with like the storm, and after the storm the sunshine comes. What's that saying? So I feel like that's how it is, and I really need to just prioritize working out more, especially if I want to reach my health goals and my weight loss goal, like to continue this. So desde ahorita, you guys will hold me accountable that I need to start being more active and pushing myself, even if I'm a little tired after work, to just do my little workouts, like whatever it is. I need at least 30 minutes of workout, and I want to do more than just my walks. So I'm glad that I did this. I'm glad that I brought my dogs, even though it's like it's a lot with my 3 dogs, just so much more with dogs. So, but I'm glad that I get to spend time with them. This is gonna be like their tiring walk for the day, hopefully. They'll like just stay inside in the house, and they don't want to go outside and get all muddy, especially Dory. But I'm so excited that I came and that you guys came with me, that we had this little chit chat. I'm gonna finish it. It's all downhill, and then we'll see what we're gonna do. I do have to go to Target. You guys will go to Target with me. Ok, ya llegué a la casa. Oh, but Me tengo que estirar un poquito porque I'm feeling it, girl. My legs were like tensing up. I was like, oh my gosh, it's because I didn't stretch. I didn't stretch too good. Oh my gosh, look at my dogs. They went on top of my couch. Okay, so I went to Target and I literally went for 2 things and 2 things only. Y es lo que agarré. Miren, while I'm stretching, I'll tell you guys. So I went to get a rose water because I love spraying rose water on my face after I wash it. So in the morning and in the night, throughout the day if I need to, mainly during the summer. But this is not the one that I usually get. I get one that's called Heritage Farm or something. But I don't think they carry it at Target anymore porque ya he ido como a 4 Targets and they don't have it. So I went back to this one. I've tried Coco Kind before. It's a good brand. It's a clean brand. I think I stopped using this one because I don't like the way it smells. Let me see. Yeah, I don't like the way it smells. Like, it smells too artificial. The other one didn't have too much of a smell. But I like this one too. It's just the smell's a little too potent for me. But I need one. I really feel like my face is not ready for all the creams if I don't have like my rose water. I'm just so used to it. I don't even know if rose water is still a thing, but since I started using it, I just love it. And then the other thing I need is some nail files. I need to file down these nails. And that's it, girl. I went and I was like, okay, I just need those 2 things because they're kind of like ASAP. Like, I need them right away. So I just went for that. And that's it. And then I just came home and I'm starving, girl. Like, me están gruñendo las tripas, like, loud. Y según yo, comí para no, like, to not get hungry. Porque whenever I get hungry and I'm out and about, todo se me pega. Todo lo de la calle se me pega. And again, I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious and I'm trying to not eat out as much, to not eat like sweets as much either. Just overall, like, to not eat out as much. Pero cuando tú andas en la calle, like, sometimes when you're running errands or anything in particular, you just get like hungry and like it's an emergency, like you're starving. Like, I had a barrita yesterday, like when I was out and about. It wasn't enough because I was still so hungry and that's why I got ceviche. Pero this is what I'm trying to tell. I guess this vlog would kind of turn into like my goals, like health-wise and working out and to continue my weight loss journey. I know, like, sometimes on Instagram I do get asked like, or to make a video about my weight loss journey. So if you didn't know or if you're kind of new, because I mean, I think you can go back to like one of my first videos. Y sí me miro un poquito más rellenita, like my face is a little bit more round. Y sí me miro pues, así un poquito más gordita, you know, from when I first started YouTube to now. And I have lost weight since then. And so, okay, little story. I think, and a lot of you guys can relate maybe, I gained a lot of weight, the most weight I have ever gained during the pandemic, like straight 2020, like most of us did. Pero I think it continued to 2021. And then in 2021, I was going to turn 30 and I already didn't like myself the way I looked. So my goal for my 30th birthday was to at least lose 10 pounds, like to get it started, to get the ball rolling. So I got a personal trainer like in May. I did April, May 2021 of a personal trainer. Amazing. I loved her. Oh my gosh, if I can have a personal trainer like all the time, like even now, if I can have a personal trainer, I would. Like I just function better when somebody tells me what to do, when somebody guides me. I was an athlete in high school, so I just got used to that type of like exercise and working out, like when somebody just tells me what to do and I do it and they correct me and they have a schedule for me. Like that's how I function better. I don't know how to like go to the gym and lift weights myself. So it was amazing. It really got the ball rolling and I did lose 10 pounds for my 30th birthday. And then after that, I feel like I only lost those 10 pounds the rest of the year. And I maintained those 10 pounds. Like, I maintained those 10 pounds off. Pero luego I was like, oh my gosh, I still don't like the way I look. So I just really like hunkered down because I already knew the information that the personal trainer had given me. And then I had like information from a nutrióloga. So I got that and I combined both of them. I had lost another like 5 pounds by December. So in total I had lost 15 pounds, right? I got up to 178. I first started my weight loss, I got up to 178, which is the most I've ever weighed. I think I've always been like between 140 and 150. And then I got up to 178 and that was a lot. My goal was to get back to 135, like between 135 and 140. I don't know. That's kind of just the number that I gave myself. So then I just maintained it all 2022. I maintain like the eating like better, healthier. I cook a lot at home, so I would make a lot of my meals. Then whenever me and Raul would go out, like for our breakfast or for our dates, our lunch, our dinners, whatever it was, we shared our food. Like we would only get one plate and we would share that. And if we were to get ice cream, we would share that. Like we shared a lot of our food throughout that year, last year. Unless it was like, let's say we went somewhere and it was like small plates, we would each get our thing. Or if we were celebrating something, we would get our thing. But me and Ro were together in this like weight loss journey because he also wanted to lose weight. And that worked great for us. Then I also was still working out. Like I got workouts online from an app. I think I used to do Vicky the Fit Chick. I used to do her workouts that she had like posted on YouTube, but you would pay monthly fee. I did that, and then I would run and I would hike way more often. And this was the beginning of 2021. Then I got a job officially I started July of 2021, and most of my shifts have been morning. I would always do my workouts in the morning, so that has taken over. So since then, since I started working again, I have not been consistent with my working out. And up to that point, from when I lost the 5 pounds to like June of 2022, I had lost another 15 pounds. So now I was at like 30 pounds. I had lost 30 pounds because now I'm 150. Technically, I say 30 pounds, but it's like 28 pounds, right? I had lost the 28 pounds because I'm 150, and I have stayed at 150 though since last July. So it's been like 6, 7, 8 months that I've stayed at 150 and I haven't got any progress. My food, I still am kind of good about it. I go up and down in it, but I am not resorting to eating like how I used to eat. I'm just an emotional eater. So if I'm happy, I eat, I treat myself. If I'm sad, especially if I'm sad, I resort to comforting myself with food. So that's why I gained a lot of weight, because I'm just an emotional eater like that. And during the pandemic, right, it was like hard times for everybody. And then when I was feeling and going through like the whole roller coaster of it was turning 30, I would just eat, that was my comfort. So that's how I ended up getting like that. So like this last year, I was pretty good, but then it became more like I was too busy to work out. And then the food, instead of like eating my 3 meals a day and the snacks in between, I would maybe eat 2 meals a day. So it wasn't consistent. So that's sort of how it's been throughout this whole time, that I'm not completely consistent in either eating or working out, but I am not eating more than what I am burning. And I think that's why I'm staying at a plateau, because I am not going hard in the working out and I am not like sacrificing a little bit more in the food. But I think now, like right now where I am, I think that I am pretty set up with food wise, with like my meals, what I eat, like like kind of how I have my lunch, breakfast, and dinner. I feel like I've been really good, and I treat myself here and there. I feel like I'm really good with that. It's just more like the working out, and that I don't give myself the time to go ahead and do it. Like I was telling you on the hike, I feel like if I don't do it in the morning, like I can't do it anymore the rest of the day. I feel like my day is wasted. I rather do other things, like maybe edit a video, film a video, like hang out with my friends, hang out with Mariela, like do other things like that than to go and, you know, work out. And of course, sometimes like it's always the weather. Like during the summer, I stopped running because it was like, oh, it's too hot. And then now it's like, oh, it's too cold. So that's my biggest thing that I want to change going on forward. And maybe we can do this together. And if you guys are feeling the same way, this could be a little reminder to always prioritize our like moving our body and working out, because that's so important. Like I can eat super healthy, and of course that's probably going to like have me a certain weight or looking a certain way, but if we're not actively moving our body and just getting out there and like just getting some sun, it feels so good to be outside. Like even just así como in the outdoors, like I just feel so good. So it's sort of like I need that. I need to like incorporate all those movements, and it even helps me with my body. Like in the mornings, when I work out the next morning, I always feel so much better, like getting up. Like I don't feel heavy, I don't feel like stiff, like I feel already more comfortable. And I want to incorporate everything that I love, because I don't like routine. You guys already know, we established this. So I can't just like go to the gym or like just do the same thing over and over. I need to incorporate other things. That's why I do yoga and I go hiking and I do the workout videos, because I need to do different things. I can't do the same thing. So I'm going to incorporate more of these outings outside and keep my yoga class as well. For now, I'm just only doing one because that's what I can do for right now. But hopefully I'm able to like incorporate it to like almost every day. I used to do yoga every day for like years. And then of course the pandemic kind of ruined all of that. So now here's where we are. So that's kind of like my thing with like my weight loss. Ladies, but like don't get too discouraged. Like we're always going to be up and down in our weight loss, just as women, and like just in general also as people, because we go through things like this is happening in this time where like now I have to like get used to having a job and having that take a lot of my time, and now I have to move things around that, you know. Like we're able to do this, so don't feel too discouraged. But obviously if you feel like, I honestly felt like I wasn't healthy. Like when I got to that weight, I felt so unhealthy, and I could feel it. Like in the mornings when I would wake up, I would be so stiff. Like I would be stiff and I would feel so heavy, and I couldn't even go up like a flight of stairs. Like I was breathing so hard. Like I could already tell that I wasn't healthy on the inside. So I know that like, you know, numbers might be triggering, or you feel like my numbers are not that big. But that's for me, for who I am, for the body that I've always had before, for my height, for what I feel comfortable with. Those are my numbers, but that necessarily means that it's your numbers as well. A lot of people tend to not look at this scale whenever they're on a weight loss journey, and just kind of go based on how they feel, and maybe like they can go based on the clothes, if it fits them or not. So I just said like that number because that's kind of how like seeing the number motivated me more to keep on going, even though I would feel it when it was a big drastic, like the 10 pounds I didn't feel so much. But once it started becoming to like 15, that 20 pounds, and I would wear jeans, then I could really feel it, right? But once I started waking up so much more refreshed, so much more like happy, and I didn't have as many sad episodes as I used to when I was a little bigger. So then I knew that was more of my problem, that it was I was becoming unhealthier, than besides the point that I didn't like the way I looked. So it's not all about the way you look, even though for everybody it's different. We want to make sure that we love ourselves no matter what. but it was the way I felt on the inside that really got me to lose weight. And this is my first time having, you know, like this issue, that I got to that point where I needed to like lose a big amount of weight. And now with getting the nutrologa, it really helped me put things in perspective with my food. And then with my when I got the personal trainer, that one helped me with like how good it is to move the body. And I've always just liked to do other things, so it helps. So overall, I just want to get back into it. And I know that you probably want to be like, oh, what are your tricks? And even when I was going through it, I would like always be like, oh, how do they do it? How do they do it? How do they stay so fit? How do they lose weight? And you always want like an answer that's gonna guide you, or like a pathway, or like do A, B, and C, right? Like, but like straightforward. But it's actually so simple. Is eat better, eat smaller meals, and be active. Like literally, that's all it is. To eat healthier, like more homemade meals, smaller portions. Don't eat out so much. Don't eat processed food. Don't eat junk food. And obviously work out as much as you can, like throughout the week in general. So I know when I was going through it, I was like, no, that's not what I want. Those are not the answers I want. But honestly, those are the best results. Like when I would really like just watch my eating and not eat out like fast food and like fried food as much. And when I started being more consistent with my workouts, like that's when I saw like a big difference. Because I think the first time that I lost the 10 pounds was mainly just all working out. But then how I continued losing the rest of the pounds was when it came down to my eating. So I know that it's hard. We all love food. Food is delicious. All sorts of food. I get it. And like I said, for me, it's comforting. For a lot of people might be as well. But then I feel like that's when you start developing like a negative relationship with food. And that's kind of like how I felt like I was doing when I was like masking my sadness with food. So now I feel like when I feel sad, I like to do other things that would make me happy. Like it is to go on a hike, to be outdoors, to walk my dogs, to like dance with my dogs, to like do something more fulfilling like that. Now I feel like I have the coping mechanisms, but of course when you're just starting out, you don't feel that way. You feel like it's really hard, like you're never gonna get to point C, you know, from point A. But I'm here to tell you that it is doable. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. And I hope that you guys also root for me and that I continue, because I feel like I can still go a little bit more, and I feel like I could be a little bit more healthier and more consistent, because I want to be more consistent, at least during the week, you know. I'm not like super strict either, you know. If I crave an ice cream and I'm on my period, I'm gonna get it, like that. But I want to be healthier. I know that I could be healthier. I know that I could still shed a couple more pounds to be like at my goal, and that's what I want to do. So this is kind of it. I really just been cruising on by, and I've been plateauing. But after today, I don't know what got into me. I was like, no, I need to do this. Like I got like this burst of energy and positivity and like radiance. I don't know. I feel like this tormenta, I know that it's going to be bad, but it's like doing something for me. Like it's really pushing me through. I feel so good today that I did this, like, because I did a workout like in the middle of the day. But I'm excited to continue, and I really want to be like to my goal. I really want to reach my goal by June, and just I just feel like I'll be like happier overall when it comes to this. And just to make sure that like I maintain it, it's just gonna be, you know, as cliche as it is, a lifestyle change forever. But if you guys are in the same journey, I hope that maybe this would get you to stay in your journey, to not get discouraged, to keep on going, because we're doing it at the same time, girl. We still have goals to achieve, and we'll get there together eventually. So I know that we talked a lot, but you guys saw a little bit of my hike as well. Pero pues, it's because sometimes I get this question about doing like, what did I do for the weight loss? And honestly, it's like, there's nothing super like there's not a list that I could tell you. It's just I did so many things, and since I feel like I'm so inconsistent all the time, like I don't know if it'll help you guys, but it's just that you should start. You start and you keep on doing it. And if you could afford a personal trainer, you definitely should. They are amazing. They do so much and they help out so much. So if you can, do that. If not, if you need like accountability people, if you need a little bestie to go with you, and at the end of the day, you are your biggest motivator. So if you feel like you always think that you're doing this for your future self, for your better quality of life in your later years, which you are going to be so grateful for, your kids are going to be so grateful for, and your grandkids are going to be so grateful for. So that's how I do it. That's why I want to change this. That's why I want to make sure that I continue to change and get better, because, you know, my future self is definitely going to thank me, and I want to see my grandkids. So that's kind of basically it. But thank you so much for coming along with me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that it was a lot of me talking, but hopefully you got some good information out of it. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, specific questions or anything like that, down below, or let me know if you're in the same journey. We're in this together, bestie. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.